Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to configure client class SSL VPN with Cisco ASA. So this is the requirement which we have to fulfill to configure that one. So this is the topology. So we will be configuring the router one as well as the ASA, but we won't be configuring. This one is already been configured, the client PC, and DNS server is also been configured. So let's get to the question that in router 1, the host name should be R1 and interface address should be this one 0/0 and interface 0/1 is not there. So I just remove it. So interface 0/0 should be this address and I have to create a two loopbacks with username Cisco, privilege 15 with password Cisco. And I have to provide a default route towards which will be going towards the ASA. And I have to create the HTTP server because whenever the client PC access the router, he should be able to access via HTTP traffic. And I DNS enable, I will disable this one. So first we will configure these addresses. Then we will configure the username as Cisco with privilege 15, password as Cisco. Then we will provide the default gateway towards our router Cisco ASA firewall. Then we will be configuring the HTTP traffic access with authentication local. That means whenever the client PC try to log in, it should provide this credential in order to log in into the router. So I will take the console of R1 first. I will configure interface fs 0/0 as IP address 10.1.2, 255.255.0, no shut exit. Next, interface loopback 0. IP address will be 192.168.103.101.3, 255.255.0. Then again, interface loopback 1. IP address will be 192.168.102.3 with class C subnet mask. So now we have configured the interface as this address and we have created two loopbacks address. Now we will be creating the username. So username as Cisco, privilege as 15 and password as Cisco. So now this is also been configured. So now we will be creating a default gateway towards ASA inside interface that is 10.1.1. So IP root default is 0.0.0 and next hop is 10.1.1. Next IP HTTP server because I want client PC to access this router via HTTP traffic. So I am saying that HTTP, whenever this traffic comes, authentication should be local. That's it with router 1. So now coming to the ASA. So ASA, I have to change the host name to ASA2. I have to provide the management interface as name if as management. Security level should be 100 and this should be the IP address. Same as outside interface and inside interface. So I will go ahead and I take the console of the ASA. So this is the console of my ASA now. So host name should be ASA2. Host name has been changed. Next, management interface M0/0. Name should be management. Interface name should be management. MGMT, that is name if it's MGMT. And you can see that security level is 0, but we have to provide the security level as 100. And IP address as 192.168.77.150. Class C, that is no shut. Exit. So we have successfully configured the management interface. Now I will configure the outside interface, that is interface G0/0. Interface name should be outside. Name if is outside. And by default, the outside security level is 0. So it should be 0 only. and IP address will be 20.1.1 with 255.255.0, no shell. We have configured the outside interface. Next, interface G0/1 name if will be inside. Now, whenever you press the name if as inside, the security level will be by default, it will be 100. Except inside, everything will be 0. So IP address will be 10.1.1 with 255.255.0, no shit. So now I should be able to access the router server 1 and server 2, because if I want to access the server 1 and server 2, if client wants to access the server 1 and server 2, first ASA should be able to access this server 1 and server 2. So server 1 address is like ping 192.168.101.3. You see that there is no root. So I will provide the root as root inside because that's an inside router, and going to 192.168.0.0 subnet 255.255.0, where next hop will be 10.1.2. So now if I go and do the ping to that server 1, I should be able to ping, and when I do the server 2, I should be able to ping. So now I have total access to server 1 and server 2 from ASA. So next, configure SSL VPN with ASDM. For that, you have to provide HTTP server enable, and HTTP, I am saying that server enable, and HTTP, I am saying that any traffic can come towards, can come via management interface, that is MGMT. So what I will do, I will go ahead and I will new window, open a new window, and ping 192.168.77.150. This is my ASA. I am able to ping from my laptop. Now I will open the ASDM now. So I have opened my ASDM. So I think this one is done. So this is the IP address of my ASA, and there is no username and password. So I will click OK. So now what I will do, I will go to wizards. Now I cannot see any VPN wizard yet. So again, now I can see that VPN wizard, and go to clientless SSL VPN. Click on next, and I will open my question here. So clientless SSL VPN profile name should be profile1 with capital P. So I will provide here profile1, and SSL VPN interface is outside. SSL VPN is outside interface, and I have to generate a self-signed certificate with modulus 104 with FQDN as asa2.sysable.com.au, and key pair name should be key1. So I will go ahead and I will say that certificate here, manage, and I will say I want to add a certificate, self-signed certificate, that is, I will say that trust point should be trust point 1. You can give anything. And I want to add a new key pair. So I'm adding a new identity certificate with new key pair, and key pair name is key1. Generate now. And I'm also selecting generate self-signed certificate, and I will select on advanced. And here I can see that FQDN is ASA2, but I will say that asa2.sysable.com.au, and I will say add certificate. and enrollment is succeeded. I will click OK. So now user should be able to see the group name as Sysable. So you have to click here. Whenever the user connect, he should be able to see this group name as Sysable. So next, and create a user with name Charles and password should be Cisco. And I'm creating a local user with Charles and password as Cisco, and I'm adding here. Next, create a group policy. So when I come back here, group policy name should be group 1. So I will go ahead and I will say that capital G group 1, and next bookmark list. So here is the bookmark list. I have to create a bookmark with name as bookmarks and assign server 1 as server1.sysable.com.au and server 2 as sysable.com.au. So I will go ahead and I will click on manage and I would say add, and I will give the name as bookmarks, and I will say add, and I will click OK, and I will give the title as server 1, and here I will say that server 1 is sysable.com.au. Copy this one, click OK, and I will add one more, that is server 2, and I will paste here, and again the same server2.sysable.com.au http traffic. Click OK, OK, next, finish. So now you have to go to configuration, remote access VPN, and you have to click on client less SSL VPN, go to your group policy and select this group, because we have to provide the banner as welcome to sysable.com.au, and we have to provide the ideal timeout as 2880 minutes, and I have to create an ACL for by name anything, but he should be able to access only server 1 and server 2. So what I will do, I'll go ahead, click on group policy, select this group 1 which we have created, click on edit, and here you can see that banner. So untick that one and write welcome to sysable.com.au. Click on this one, more options, and here you have to create an ACL. So untick this one and click on manage and say add ACL by name, maybe web, anything you can give, until and unless it has been set to provide any specific name. Since we do not have any specific name, we are creating a name, access list name as web, and as I'm saying that this access list is consist of HTTP traffic, and it should be only server1.sysable.com.au. It should permit only this one, and server2.sysable.com.au. So I'm saying that web is my access list name, and this access list consists of give permission to only these two servers. So whenever the client traffic is coming, he will be able to access only these two. Whenever he connects to this VPN, after connecting to this VPN, he will be allowed only to access server 1 and server 2. Apart from that, he is unable to access anything, any resource he is not able to. So click on OK and select the one which we have created, and ideal timeout as 2880. Okay, okay, apply. So next we have to configure the DNS, because my ASA doesn't know where is that DNS. So click on DNS and say that 192.168.77.200 is my DNS. So click say that the interface is on management. So my DNS server is enabled on management interface, and I will say that DNS enabled true on interface management, apply. So now configuration has been done with clientless SSL. So what I will do, I'll go ahead and I will open my client PC. This is my client PC. I will see that it has been pre-configured. So ping asa2.sysable.com.au. I should be able to ping. Yes, I'm able to ping. So what I will do, I will go ahead and I will type https asa2.syslable.com.au. See that I got that connection is untrusted. So I will go there, understand, and I'll click on add exception, confirm security exception. And you see here, I am unable to see my group name. So what I will do, I'll go ahead and I will go to my connection profiles here. Allow user to select connection profile on login page. Click on this one and say apply, proceed. So now I will go ahead and I will do a refresh. Now I am able to see my group name. So name was Charles and password was Cisco. You see that login has been failed. So go back to your ASDM and click on AAA or local user. Click on local user. You can see that Charles is here. So edit this one and edit the password. Change the password to again Cisco. Same password, just change it. Select OK, apply. So now go back to your client PC. Charles Cisco. See, I'm able to log in now. So welcome to syslable.com.au. Continue. And you can see the bookmarks, that is server 1 and server 2. So when I click on server 1, it's asking me for routers login credential, that is Cisco. Now I am able to access the router 1. So what I will do, I'll go back to my home and now I will click on server 2. Again, I will say that Cisco and Cisco user ID and password. I'm able to access the router. So now we have successfully configured the clientless SSL VPN. So what I will do, I'll go ahead and I will turn on the packet capture Wireshark to see whether the traffic has been encrypted or not. So what I will do, I will go ahead and I will say log off and again do the login and again Charles Cisco login, continue and click on server 1, say that Cisco, continue. Yes, I am able to log in. So I will go ahead and I will say that stop the packet capturing. Now here you can see that the traffic is not TCP. Only TCP is that whenever I am logging in, it's taking the acknowledgement and providing the details, that's all. But after that, the traffic is TLS. So when I click on frames, I will see if I am able to get any details here. When I click on frames, I am able to get the Ethernet 1 as an interface of my client PC. And nothing with this one. So destination, so I'm just getting the MAC address here. And the source also only getting the MAC address. And protocol version 4 is running here. So no information. I'm checking whether I'm able to get any. Yes, I'm able to get only source IP address and destination IP address. And port number is 443. And destination port is 55722. That's it. But what kind of traffic it is sending or nothing, no details. TCP kind no operation. So when I go to my transport layer, it's the traffic is TLS version 1.2. And you see here, application has data has been encrypted to this form. So we have successfully created the clientless SSL VPN, the client PC. So now the thing is that client PC is able to access server 1 or server 2. I just want to see that server client PC is also able to access this interface or not. So what I will do, I'll go ahead and I will go to my home. So I know the IP address. So 10.1.2 is the router interface IP address here. router 1. So click on browse. See, access to this resource has been denied. So say back. So you are only able to access only server 1 and server 2. So I am able to access server 1 and server 2. So what I will do, I'll go ahead and I will see whether I'm able to ping or not. server1.sysable.com.au. I am unable to ping, but I am able to browse HTTP traffic. That means successfully we have created the clientless SSL VPN. Thank you.